Okay, today we're going to do a program that is basically like a little quiz program. I'm just going to ask 5 little questions. What you're going to be learning as you make this program is you're going to learn how to, under Sensing, use the ask tile and the answer block that is where the program stores the answer to whatever you type in. You're also going to learn how to use the join tile, so you can make your little guy, your little Alonzo, or whoever say a word and a variable or a word and a math calculation when he's talking all in one statement, so it's all in one line. Okay, so basically what we're going to do first is we're going to start off by making a variable for the score, and when the flag is clicked, we're going to set the score to 0 because we always want it to start back over. We're going to make another variable for the name because we're going to be like, hey, whoever's taking this quiz, what's your name? And we're going to keep track of the name. You guys have seen programs that do that. They keep like saying your name over and over again. Makes you feel better about yourself, at least it's supposed to. So that's what we're going to do. So right now I'm just going to have the score set to 0. Right now the name doesn't have anything in there, but we're going to fix that right now. So under Sensing, we're going to ask, hey, what's your name? And then what we're going to do is we're going to set our name variable equal to whatever name they typed in. So it's the answer to that ask question. So watch what it does. So he's going to say, what's your name? I'm going to type in Miss Spires. Click on the checkbox or press enter. And now my name is Miss Spires. So from now on, whenever I use that name variable, it's going to say Miss Spires. Right now, the answer variable has Miss Spires stored in there. But the next time you ask a question, and we're going to be making a quiz that has lots of questions in it, it's not going to remember my name is Miss Spires. That's why I had to make a variable just for my name is Spires, because every time you ask a new question with the ask tile, the answer changes to that new answer. So it's going to forget whatever it asked the time before. It can't remember anything other than the last question you asked. Okay, so right now we've got the name. So next we're going to do is we're going to ask, like, hey, hey, what's the capital of Ohio? So I asked that question, and now I'm going to see if they're right. So how I tell if they're right, because I'm going to do if else, because if they're right, I'm going to say, hey, yay, you're right. If they're not, I'm going to say, sorry, not right. So I'm going to say if their answer they typed in equals Columbus, because the capital of Ohio is Columbus, then they're going to be right, and I'm going to change the score. So I have if their answer is Columbus. Now, I didn't need to store the answer they just typed in because I'm only going to use it one time. I don't need it after I've asked the question. If you wanted, you could have made a variable for each answer and stored that, but you don't really need to, since as soon as they ask a question, we'll do right or wrong and move on and not really care what they just answered. Okay, so if the answer is Columbus, I'm going to be nice. I'm going to play them a little sound. I think I'm going to play like fairy dust. I already put my sounds in here. So I'm going to go over here and I'm going to play a sound that sounds like fairy dust. I'm going to say like, hey, yay, you got it right. So I'm going to do say. And then I like to make it, you know, all fancy. I like to say whatever their name was. So like if Nick was doing this, I'd say, hey, Nick, you got it right. If Alan was doing it, I'd say, hey, Alan, you got it right. So I'm going to use the join tile. It's under operators. And now I can have it say whatever your name is. So I'm going to go back to variables and get name. Say, hey, name. And then I'll put a comma and a space. You got the right answer. Yay. And what I need to do then, since I got the right answer, I need to change their score by 1 because I'm keeping track of how many they got right. Now, if they didn't get it right, I need to change this just a little bit. So if they got it right, play this on fairy dust, say, hey, whoever your name is, you got it right, and add 1 to the score. If they didn't get it right, let's play a different sound. I made a cymbal crash, so it's like, you didn't get it right. Then I'm going to say their name. That is the capital of Columbus. Oops, the capital of Ohio is Columbus. So I'm just going to tell them whatever the answer was. So I'm going to say something like, hey, George, the capital of Columbus is Ohio. You were incorrect. And I don't want to change the score by 1. So I was trying to make my life easier by duplicating, but I have to take that one out. Okay, so that's the basic process. You're going to make up a few more questions. I already have them done because otherwise it's going to be a really long video if you guys keep watching me make up questions. So I made up random questions. I did like, what's 2 times 3? What's this chemical symbol for oxygen? Who's Mickey Mouse's pet? Where's Disney World? Just doing that same thing like we did with the first question for the capital of Ohio. I just duplicated it, changed my question, and changed whatever the response was if they got the answer wrong to tell them what the right answer was. Okay, so now it's going to go through, it's going to ask them 5 different questions, keep track if they got it right. So the only thing I need to do now is say whatever their name is, your score is, and calculate their percent. So to do that, I need to go to say, pull over on those join tiles, put the name in, your score is, do the calculations. So however many they got right, let's say they got 4 right, it's stored in the score variable. So drag the score variable in there, divide it by 5, then multiply that answer by 100, and then I put percent exclamation point. So here's how it goes. So what's your name? I'm going to put Miss Spires in there. Capital of Ohio, I know that one. It's Columbus. Yay, got it right. 2 times 3. Even though I'm a math teacher, we're going to pretend I don't know what this is, so I'm going to just write 5. I didn't get it right. Oh no. Notice my score did not go up. Chemical symbol for oxygen, that's no. Yay, got it right. Just notice my score went up. Mickey Mouse's pet is Pluto. Got it right. And then, where is Disney World? That is in Orlando. Got it right. So now, see how it said my name, my score is, and the percent. Maybe I should have left that on there a little bit longer so I can see it. But that's all you gotta do. When you're done, save your file in the cloud. Make sure you put your name in your file name. And then export it and put it up in Google Classroom. Have a good day.